Hello and welcome back to All the Mods 9 to the Sky. We are on the cusp of getting the ATM star. So that means when we get the star, well, it's over! We got the star! We won the mod pack! So today, we're going to look at all the items that we can build, and we're very close. We are extremely close to completing the outer ring. So, first of all, we complete the Dragon Souls, we got the Dimensional Seed, we got the Summoning Altar, and the red magic stuff, and we got the Oblivion Shard. So next, we have the Wither's Compass, we have the Pulsating Black Hole, we have the Philosopher's Fuel, we have the Improbable Probability Device, we have the Warden, we have the Nexium Emitter. It may seem like a lot, but you know, we're very close. Let's just say. So first of all, let's do that. Okay, so let us pick an item and we'll go over it and see what I've done. So we have the Wither's Compass, and in order to get the Wither's Compass, we need the Witherless Rose, we need a Wither Builder, we need the Wither Prediction, and we need the Acceleration Runes from Blood Magic. Well, what is this? Nether Star Generators. Can we make those? Oh, that's no problem. Did I make those? Oh yeah, by the way, I laid out all the items over here on these crafting stations so we can take a good look. Organization is key. So as you can see, we already completed. And we're going to go over how we came to this conclusion. We're going to talk about how we get these items right here. So first, for the Wither Prediction, we need to go through hostile neural networks in order to get this. So in order to get the Wither Prediction, we need to go through hostile neural networks. And well, in order to get the data model and everything like that, we need to get the Wither models. So that means we need to defeat the Wither in order to do that. So, well, not necessarily. We just had to right-click it, and you can leave it alone. You can just leave it there for all we care. And when we get the models, you just put it in the simulation chamber, just hit it with time bottle a couple of times, and yeah, you'll get it running. And you'll get these nice Wither predictions, and you can farm stuff from it, such as the Nether stars and stuff like that. But we need the prediction itself. So that's why we need to go through HNN in order to get this prediction. So next, we need the Wither Builder. This is for industrial foregoing. And of course, you need the Nether star, we need the plastic, we need the Wither skulls, we need the soul sands, and more importantly, we need the Supreme Machine Frame. So in order to get that, we need to start industrial foregoing. In order to get the Supreme Machine Frame, we need ether gas, we need netherite ingots, we need plastic, we need the advanced machine frames, and we need some diamonds. So of course, in order to get the advanced machine frames, we needed to go through the pink slime, as we discussed in the previous episode, and how to get pink slime. You also need the simple machine, plastic, netherite scrap, gold, diamonds, etc., etc. So, once you get the Supreme Machine Frames, then you can make the Wither Builder. But, of course, how the heck do you get ether gas? Well, you press R on that, you can go to the laser drill fluids, and you need to swap out the laser base thing, the laser ore base, with the fluid one, which is right here, the fluid laser base. There's two of them. There's the fluid laser base, and there's the regular laser base. You swap the one that you have now with the fluid version, you put a purple lens right there, and you need to put a wither right under it. So let's go see the laser base, shall we? So I made some modifications. I haven't shown you this, but of course, here's the crappy laser drill setup, stuff like that. And of course, this is no Mine Factory Reloaded, because back in the old days when Mine Factory Reloaded was still around, you see these laser drills, you have to put it in a certain direction, stuff like that. You have, well, the middle, which is actually called laser base. In Mine Factory Reloaded, it was previously called a laser drill. That's right, it's actually called a laser drill. Laser drill. And of course, if you come down here, and I really can't show you that. And I'm not sure if you can see the bottom clearly, but if you look below the laser drill, I'm not sure if I have one here. Laser. Ah, here we go. Here's the fluid one, which may work. Ah, never mind. I put it right here. So if you look at the bottom of these ore laser base, there's a hole on the bottom. A hole. For what? That's right, for a laser. So if you turn it on, there's no laser going to the bottom. But back in Minecraft Reloaded, there was a laser going down. So that's a miss right there. You should have put a laser underneath it. Not give me these fancy particles going from here into there. So, um, of course, since this is modded Minecraft, the manual is kind of lackluster, and it doesn't even tell you much about setting this up. But of course, back in Minecraft Reloaded, and I did look, the manual did say put the pre-charges. By the way, it was called pre-charges, not the laser drills back then. It says put the pre-charges 1 block away. You know, that was in the manual. And if you look at the manual in Industrial Foregoing, it doesn't say that, as far as I know, anyway. So anyway, this is the laser drill. This is what we have to work with, and it does say to put a wither right at the bottom. Of course, that's pretty dangerous. It doesn't say how far down you put the wither, but I put it right beneath it with a couple of these wither-proof glasses, stuff like that. But of course, before you spawn the wither, you're supposed to set up something called a stasis chamber from Industrial Foregoing. So, in order to make this stasis chamber, it's this: the advanced machine frame, soul sand, gas tiers, gold gears, and a piston. So once you power it and you stand over it, it's pretty hard to get out of that field. So that's what it does. It keeps entities stay right there. It stays put right there. So same thing goes for the wither. If you spawn the wither right on top of the stasis chamber, it'll stay right there. It doesn't explode or anything. Doesn't move. It doesn't shoot any skulls at you. It just stays there. So that's perfect for setting it up right beneath this fluid laser base. So as you can see, we have the purple laser lens right underneath, and I'm farming ether gas right out of it. So that's how you get ether gas. And once you get ether gas, you can put it in the dissolution chamber. I'm not sure if I set this up down here. Let's see, dissolution chamber. What is this one? Okay, that's latex. That's pink slime. And I think I set that up. Ah, here it is. So yeah, here we go. Here's the dissolution chamber of ether gas in it. And I have a pattern for Supreme Machine Frames. So yeah, that's how you get Supreme Machine Frames. I set that up just for one purpose, and just for getting that. And we have a wither builder right here. So again, here's the recipe for it. That's for the wither builder. So next, the widless rose. I mean, you should already have the ingredients for this if you have mob room. We need fertile essence from reliquary, the nether stars, and a rose bush. So in order to get a rose bush, you can go through Botania or some kind of thingamajiggy. You can also buy it from the farmer's market. You can get it some other way. Phytogenic. Okay, you just buy it from the market. It's easier that way. So next is the nether star generator. So since we got into power, we never got into generator galore. So in order to make the nether star generator, it's quite easy. Just go through the recipes. In order to make the nether star generator, you need to make the netherite generator. And you need to make a diamond generator, and then the gold one, the iron one, the copper one, and the regular furnace. So it's quite easy. So you need 2 of them, by the way, 2 of them. So next, we have the acceleration rune. Oh boy, here we go. All right, we need to get into blood magic. So let's where did I put the blood magic stuff? Here we go. Put that right there. All right, so here's the blood magic stuff. And where's the manual? Is this the manual? This is the manual, right? Yeah, you get a fancy manual, not like that stuff over there. You actually get a nice fancy manual that tells you stuff, but not a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't go into details in some situations. So basically you need to make a tier 4 blood altar in order to get the final product. So let's go in here, and where was it again? Here we go. Wither's compass, and I have that right here. Okay, acceleration rune. You need the Archmages or the Master Blood Orb. Okay, here's a speed rune. Here's Demonic Slate. I think the Demonic Slate is the one that's why you need the tier 4 in order to get that. Yeah, here we go. Tier 4, in order to get the Demonic Slate, you need the Imbue Slate, you need a Reinforced Slate, and you need a Blank Slate. So there you go. So it doesn't take that long in order to get up to tier 3. the longest would be in order to get up to tier 4 because of these little annoying little piece of blocks right here, the large bloodstone brick. So in order to make that, let's take a look. Bloodstone. Let's see, bloodstone brick and large bloodstone brick. Let's see, large ones, and which one did I make? Large ones, okay. Let's go to that one. And you need to make something called weak blood shards, and you gotta have either andesite, diorite, some kind of stone in order to make the large bloodstone brick. So of course, you need the weak blood shard, and in order to make that, you need something called an ARC machine, the alchemical reaction chamber, and you need to either use a master blood orb with this little sanguine reverter thing, or the saturated tar with the sanguine reverter. I suggest you use the saturated tar because you probably can't get the master blood orb at that point. So in order to get a sanguine reverter, you need a hellfire forge with these particular items in it: shears, stone, iron ingots, and buslate with something called a tartaric gem. You need common, greater, or common. So both types work. And then you get this little thingamajiggy, sanguine reverter, for your ARC machine. So in order to get your tartaric gems, you need to use the Hellfire Forge yet again, but you need to get it from the lesser tartaric gem. In order to get the lesser tartaric gem, you need to go through the Hellfire Forge again and get yourself a petty tartaric gem. So yeah, there's another chain of recipes right there. And in order to get the tartaric gem, you need to go through the Hellfire Forge again with the redstone, gold, lapis, and glass in order to get you one of these things. So yeah, you need to fill this up. This holds some kind of thingamajiggy. So if you hold control, it'll tell you what it does and what it is and stuff like that. So you need to farm a bit of demon will. And what this does is you use some kind of special weapon or something like that. And do you use some special weapon? I think you do, right? Hold on. Do I have anything in here? Ah, yes. Here's the sword. Here's the sentient sword that I use in order to get the demon will. So you can use this. It uses demon will to unleash its full potential. Of course, you can use demon will with the sentient sword, or you can use it to get it. So, but what happens if you don't even have this sword in the beginning? You're not going to have that type of sword because in order to make this thing, you need to go through the Hellfire Forge with the petty tartaric gem in order to get that anyway. So yeah, so in order to make that, you need the tartaric gems anyway. So in the beginning, you're gonna need to make something called a soul snare. So you throw it at a mob, you defeat it when it has white particles surrounding it, and you get this demonic will or something like that. Hold on, let me see what it's called. Blood magic. Okay. And let's see, where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Here it is. This is the stuff that drops from mobs if you use a snare on it, and it has white particles surrounding it. You defeat the mob, and it drops something called Demon Will. So this is natural items that you can hold in your inventory. It doesn't go anywhere. And once you have this stuff, you can use this in the Hellfire Forge in order to make your first tartaric gem. Of course, it's going to be low tier. It's going to be petty tartaric gem, the lowest of the tier. So once you get the tartaric gem, the petty one, you can have it filled up with demon will that you defeat. And then once you get the sword, you can even get more demon will and then fill up your tartaric gems. Because the reason for filling this up is so you can use it in the Hellfire Forge. So you just can't put an empty one inside the Hellfire Forge in order to make the higher tier stuff. You need to actually fill it with demon will, and there is a minimum. And yes, the manual does tell you what the minimum is if you know where to look, if you see it anyway. So so I'm not sure if you can actually see it anywhere here, but it's in here. I know it. I've seen it somewhere, and it tells you how much it holds and stuff like that. And maybe you mouse over it, it'll tell you. It's somewhere in here. Just take your time, look through all the pages, and you should find it. It shouldn't be that much, but if you can't find it, just fill up the gem. It's really easy. Just go into your mob room, just hit a couple of mobs, and you're set. You're set with Demon Will. So once you come back here, you make your higher tier Todrick gem with the lesser ones, and then after the lesser ones should be the common one, and that's it. Once you get the common one, you're set. Just fill that up, and you should be able to get what do I get after this again? I forget. Hold on. Large bloodstone, weak bloodstone. Let's see. Is that needed in order to make that? No. Okay. Sanguine shares, is that the one? Yeah. You need to make the sanguine reverters with the Todrick gems. That's why you need it in the first place. So once you get this, you put it inside the arc, which is right here. And no, it doesn't usually look like this. It looks like this. But once you put in the reverter, oh look, missing textures. Fun. So once you put it in here, you're going to need the other item in order to make the other stuff. So if you press U on the reverter, and you go to the ARC, you see all the recipes in order to make it. We are aiming for the weak blood shard. So in order to get the weak blood shard, we need saturated tar. But how the heck do you get it? Let's press control on that. And it tells you what it is: a fruit, is a challenging root of growth. The plant matures while a cow, for example, is standing on top of it. It might turn to saturated tar, but it doesn't go into details on how you can get that. So that is that's an issue because it doesn't tell you the specifics on how you actually get the saturated tar. And it says the fruit, the regular one, can be found in simple dungeons, but which dungeon? Of course, it says it's being native denizen of demon realm, so already it's talking about a whole different dimension. So when it comes to dimensions, it means, oh, it must mean a ritual. So we need to do a whole new ritual in order to get into this dungeon. And yeah, we need to make ritual blocks. So in order to make ritual blocks, you need to make enough of these ritual stones right here. And of course, when you hit control, it'll tell you how to make it and stuff like that. Yeah, you need like a blood altar for making most of the common items in this mod. So let me see where did I put the dagger? Here we go. Sacrificial knife. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So don't even bother putting spawners over here and trying to farm blood or something like that, unless you want to go real hard on it and put like loads of spawners over here and just like work a complicated machine or something like that in order to farm blood. I mean, well, once you get tier 4 and you get your final product, you're done. You're just done. You're not going to use it continuously. Just grind at it and you'll be set. So next, you can use the sacrificial knife, start pricking, and getting loads of blood that way. Because I did try to spawn a route and it didn't really work out. So you can just spam the dagger on yourself because you should have max regen right now, and you shouldn't run out of life when you keep doing this. So yeah, that's a really easy way of doing that. So once you get your ritual stones, I don't have any more in here. You need to make something called a ritual diviner, and this thing helps you set up your rituals and stuff like that. So if you hold it in your hand, you hold shift, you can is it hold shift? No, it's not hold shift. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Okay, if you hold shift, no, you don't need to hold shift. Current direction? Okay. Well, if you hold shift and you right click, you can cycle through the rituals that you can have the diviner set to. And what you need to do is, I don't remember which one it is. Let me see if I can remember which one it is. Yeah, that one. Edge of the Hidden Realm. That's the one that you need to make. And when you have this set, you can actually set this down somewhere. Can I right click this thing? Or no? Right. You need to put down a one of the ritual stones. And it should be a master ritual stone. Yeah, you put down a master ritual stone at first, and you gotta have like enough of the ritual stone to begin with, so it can auto build that for you. That's right. You don't even need to look it up how you build it yourself. Well, you can if you want to. You can. But if you make one of these diviner things, the ritual diviners, and you have it set to the edge of the hidden realm, you right click the master ritual stone, which is right here, and it'll start auto building it right down there. And then it'll turn into this. It'll turn into this. And you right click this pillar and you go into the dimension with a couple of dungeons in it. So let's see. Here we go. Here's the dungeon. You just look around and you should have a chest right here. I already looted it. I placed down a waystone just for giggles. And you should find a couple of iron keys to open this place. And of course, if I have another key, I can open this one. And once you go in there, you might run into a couple of mobs. You can have a couple of loot right here. But most importantly, you are looking for something called the tall fruit, which we were talking about in the first place. Right there. It should be inside the chest. All you need is one. Get out of here. But of course, if you just like try to get into a room because you don't have extra keys or anything like that, it'll just be a void right here. So you actually need to right click a block with a key so it can generate on the fly. So let's go back. All right, where are we going? Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, so once you get the tar fruit, you can plant it to get even more tar fruit. I mean, what can it do for you? I mean, come on. We need the saturated tar fruit, not the regular one. So what you can do is you plant it down. I suggest planting it down on a platform like this. Just plant down a couple of these things, and just put like a whole load of cows or some kind of mob like in the middle of it. Not a chicken or anything like that. Not a mob with low health. Just enough health, you know. Just put like a couple of cows over it, and you know, you stand right here and just shift. You know, just do your little crazy squats and to make all the tall fruit grow. And some of it will grow into this saturated tall. That's what you need. So you just break it, and you get to saturated tall like that. So that's how you get saturated tall. So once you get the saturated tall, you can just put it in the ARC right there. No, right there. Okay, and then it'll start making stuff. And there you go. There's your weak blood orb, shard, not orb, shard. Totally different things. So once you get your weak blood shard, you can use it to make your large bloodstone brick. And once you get your large stone brick, you can complete tier 4 of your blood altar. And once you have the tier 4 blood altar, you can make the demonic slate. Right there. Demonic slate. Just put an imbued slate. How you make the imbued slate? You need the reinforced slate. How you make the reinforced? You need a blank slate. How do you make a blank slate? You need kiwi. Kiwi. Yeah, kiwi. Or andesite. Or diorite. Or any type of regular stone. Smooth stone will work. Well, not smooth stone. Just regular stone. Once you put down the blood altar, you get a blank slate. Once you get a blank slate, you can place it back in the blood altar to get the reinforce. And once you get the reinforce, you can get the imbued slate in tier 3. And then you put it back in there and you get the demonic slate. So once you get the demonic slate, you can make your acceleration rune. Because by that time, you should already have the Archmage's blood orb. Let's see, Blood Mage's blood orb. You put what is this? Hellforge block. Archmages? No, not that one. No, screw that. I'm not picking that. Master blood orb. Right. You put a weak blood shard onto the blood altar, which is tier 4, to get the master blood orb. And then you can use that in order to make your acceleration rune, which is, where the heck is it? Acceleration rune, right here. So speed runes, in order to make that, you need blank slate, stone, blank runes, sugar. These are quite easy to make. It's just it's a little busy work, but you know, you just make a couple of it, you should be set. So once you get your acceleration runes, is right there. You can go ahead and make 4 of those and place it right inside your recipe. Let's go back. And then once you do that, like this, you get the Wither's Compass. Here we go. That's right. You can go ahead and go in there, claim our reward, and then we can put that on the pedestal. Oh yeah, Withers you, huh? Well, we can probably take care of that. Yeah? Yeah? Can't do anything now, huh? Put that right there. There we go. There's a Wither's Compass. Alright, so what is next? We have the pulsating black hole. So let's quickly set that up. We need 59,000 blocks of iron. And we have every other block right here. The gold was annoying because I miscounted and I didn't have enough, so that took a while. The redstone I did have enough, that was no sweat. Everything else, no sweat at all. I'm just missing the iron. So let's go ahead and calculate that and see. And you know what? I'm just gonna set it up right now. I believe we have enough. So here's our row of crafters. I didn't even use the fourth one or the fifth one. I just used up to the third one. And could you stop doing that? Stop it. Sheesh. Alright, so let's clear this stuff. And we're going to set up the iron. Come on, clear. Alright, apply. Clear this one. Okay, apply. We don't need that many recipes right now. So let's go in and get our iron blocks. And of course, in our drawer system, we do have a compacting drawer for the iron. So that means it goes up to 1x. So we can just pull the 1x and start from there. Set one there, 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 and there. And then we'll click apply for that. We'll set these right here. And then we'll get the 2x. We'll go to the next one and use the 2x to get the 3x. There we go. We're going to get some more iron. Place that in there. And we should be getting the third. Here we go. Here's the 3x. I'm going to set up the 3x to make 4x. Apply. Okay. I'll put more blocks in there. Hopefully we get a 4x. Of course, we're going to need more and more of the previous version as we go up. Okay, here we go. Here's the 4x. And we'll use the 4x to make the next one. Now, is it 4x or is it 5? Let's take a look. It's 5. Okay. All right, go back in there. And let's see, 4x to 5x. We'll set that to external. And we'll click apply on that. And let's see, this is 4x. This is 1x. This is 3x. I'm missing a 2. Let's see, can we have a 2, please? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's hit remember on that. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the 1x. Set the export bus. And set to put in a whole load of these 1x blocks. There we go. And we're going to have to wait on that. We'll have to wait. We're all right. We'll already have 2 blocks of the 4x. So it shouldn't take long at all. So let's, yeah. So we're going to wait on that. And we'll come back. Alright, so since you already seen all these ingredients, we're going to have to go finish off the easy ones right now. So let us... is this hard to explain? No, I don't think that's hard to explain. Alright, so let's do this one. The next one is the Philosopher's Fuel. So in order to get that, we need these kind of recipes right here. We need the Ender Generator, which isn't hard. You just need the Cerulean Generator, you need the Diamond Generator, you need the Gold one, you need the Iron, you need the Copper, etc, etc. It's a simple recipe. So let's go to the Rainbow Furnace. This is a chain upon chain of recipes. So in order to make the Rainbow Core, you need a couple of glass, and you need the Netherite Furnace. In order to get the Netherite Furnace, you need Obsidian, you need the Emerald or the Crystal one, etc, etc. You know, it's easy. So let's go back. In order to get the Rainbow Plating, you need all of the iron furnaces all in one, like right here, in order to make 8 of these. Once you do that, you just surround the Rainbow Core with the plates, and you get the Rainbow Furnace. So that's not hard at all. So Alternus Fuel, of course. Alternus Fuel, you need Mobius Fuel. In order to get Mobius Fuel, you need alchemical coal. You need regular coal with the Philosopher's Stone, because that's an important item that we got in the previous episode. You should already have that. So once you get the internals fuel, make it into a block, and you put it right there. There you go. So Ring of Volcana, same thing. The Project E stuff. You make 4 of these rings, not hard at all. You get red matter, also not hard at all. We touched that on the previous episode. Sierra Ring, you should already have snow from the Traveling Merchant and stuff like that. Ignition Ring, let's see, Dark Matter, Mobius Fuel. Of course, Dark Matter comes before Red Matter, so you should already have that as well. Harvest Goddess, Ring of Majiki, Saplings, Dark Matter, etc, etc. Swift Wolf's Rending Gale, Feathers, Dark Matter, and the Ring Band. And couple of that with Red Matter, and you get the Ring of Arcana. What does it do? I can't tell you. It's a quest item. I don't care. So let's go back. Insanium Coal. So this is from Mystical Agriculture. You should already have loads of Insanium Essence in order to make your Insanium Coal. Once you make that, make 9 of those and make a block out of it. There you go. There's your Insanium Coal block. So Diorum block. You should already have Diorum ingots because it's part of the recipe that gives you all the modium. You should already have Diorum because it's an important ingredient to getting all the modium. Let's see, Awakened Supremium Furnace. You should already balls deep in the Mystical Agriculture stuff. You should already have this as well. So again, in order to get the Awakened Supremium, of course, some of you probably already stopped at Supremium. I don't need to get any more. I don't need Awaken. At one point, I said to myself, I don't need Awaken either. I don't know, what's the point? Well, the point is, in order to get your Awakened Supremium Furnace, because you need the Awakened stuff. So in order to get the Awakened Supremium Ingots, you need, where the heck is it? The Awakening Altar. You put all this stuff inside here, and you get the Awakened stuff. But let's see, how do you get the Awakened stuff? No, R. There you go. Here we go. In order to get the ingots or the gem, you need the essence as well. So in order to get this, Awaken, come on. There we go. Awaken Supreme Essence. Let's see, Awaken, no. Quest, no. No, come on. How the heck do you even get this? I forgot. Awaken Supremium block. Awaken Supremium, okay. Here we go. You need a regular Supremium block. You need the essences surrounding it. You need the Cognizant Dust, which is dropped by killing a Wither or an Ender Dragon with Mystical Agriculture weapon. And then you put it in the Awakened Altar. And then you convert the Supremium block into an Awakened Supremium block. And with this, then you can break it apart. Sheesh, come on. Alright, let's go back. Alright, so once you get all those ingredients, you can make the Awakened Supremium Furnace. It's wide awake. Just give it some coffee. Alright, the Heat Core Forcecraft. It's not very annoying, really. It's very similar to Darkcraft. You just start with, oh boy. Okay. Alright, it's very similar to Darkcraft. You need a Force Infuser. You need a Force Engine. You need the Force Gems from Sieving, because the Force Engine requires Liquid Force in order to power. And of course, the Infuser itself requires Force Gems as well. I don't know what's the point, because you already have the engine. Of course, the engine gives it power, I guess. And then you have the Liquid Force inside the Infuser. Not only that, you need your very own upgrade tome, which you will need to make from a regular book, and a Force Rod. How do you make a Force Rod? You need the Force Ingot, a stick, and a Force Nuggets. So how do you get a Force Ingot? Well, you need gold or iron. Put that together with a Force Gem in order to get Force Ingots. So once you do that, you can make your Force Rods, and then you can make your Upgrade Tome. So once you get your Upgrade Tome, it's going to be like reset. It's going to be like tier 0 or something like that. It's not tier 4, as you can see here. You put it right there, and you leave it there. And once you have that in there, does it tell you? Oh, okay, it turns off. So once you have that in there, you click the little question mark button, and you can go through all the pages. It'll tell you what you need to do, stuff like that, and also tell you about the tier infusers. But of course, you're not going to have all these icons right here. You're probably going to have tier 0 or something like that, or maybe just the first icon. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But you should already have tier 0 infusion. It'll tell you what you need to put in order to get these particular abilities and stuff like that and start unlocking it. You're supposed to do all of these in order to get to the next tier. You can't do one and keep doing it until you unlock it. You need to actually get these 2 in order to get up to the next tier. So the next tier is tier 1. You need to get this, and this in order to get to tier 2. You need to get all of these in order to get to tier. Go back. In order to get to tier 3. In order to get to tier 4, you need to do all of these, and here's tier 4. So, in order to get the heat core, you need to do the heating upgrade, I believe. And that's the golden source power, the golden power source. So, in order to make that, you need to get a force wood or force logs. And you put that in the smelter, and you get the golden power source, stuff like that. So once you get the golden power source, you go back into the infuser, you put your upgrade core, you make it. That's quite easy. You just use your force rod on an experience tome right here. How do you get an experience tome? You put a regular book inside the infuser, tier 2 by the way, with a bottle enchantment. You should already know how to get a bottle enchantment, right? You just use that little tanker machine from mob utilities, stuff like that. You stand on it, and then you use your bottles and stuff like that in order to get the bottles enchanting, etc., etc. And then you can get your experience tone right here. But of course, you need to right-click a couple of times to put some experience, some of your own experience, inside the experience tome, so it'll work out. So once that happens, you combine it with the force rod and experience tome to get your upgrade cores. And once you put that inside the infuser, you go to the you put a golden power source right inside of it in tier 4, and then you get your heat core. That's your ingredient right there. You should stop. Stop it right now. Just stop it. Stop doing the Forcecraft right now. You don't need to go any further. Because the stuff you make from Forcecraft, it's like, well, I guess you can make the time torches. Where are the time torches? It's probably in tier 5 and 6. If you want to make the time torches, be my guest. That's you can probably use it for the bees, for speeding up the bees or something like that. So, I mean, yeah, whatever. So once you get the heat core, you can put it right down there, right down there. So next, the Ascension Ender, which you can get with a filled soul vial with a witch. That's yeah, you already know how to get a witch. I mean, you might have to go in your mob room and just get right up to her face and say, "Hi, here, get in the soul vial," and you get a witch right there. Or you make a spawner like me and spawn like a whole ton of witches. So aside from that, you need an Ender Resonator. You need an Ender Head. How do you get an Enderman Head? You can use that Ender Sword from Ender.io. The easiest way to getting it. No, the Ender. But where's the Ender Sword? I don't even know where it is. Here we go. Here's the Ender. You need Dark Steel Ingots from the Alloy Infuser with a stick to make the Ender. I believe you can enchant this as well. Can you enchant that? Where's my sword? Where's the sword? Where's the sword? I don't even see it. Ender. Oh, I got 7 of these in here. Well whatever. I guess you can enchant it or something, whatever. But you'll probably only use it like once or twice, stuff like that, in order to get your Enderman head. Just go to the end, have some fun, come back with the head, and just put it inside the, the slicing machine. With the Solarium Ingot, Vibrant Alloy, and Silicon, etc., etc. You get your Ender Resonator. So once you get that, you put it in the Soul Binder with your filled Soul Vial with the Witch. Put some XP in it, and you get the Ascension Ender. And there you go. You have all your ingredients in order to make the Philosopher view. There you go. You actually keep the ring. Oh, that's nice. Thanks for that. And of course, where should we put this? Right down here? Okay, let's put that right there. And there is the Philosopher's view. There we go. Okay, what is next? We have the pulsating black hole. Let's go ahead and check that. Where did it go? Nope, wrong way. Oh, is this done? Is it? No. We have 2 more blocks of 4x to go. And did we run out of iron? Did we actually run out of iron? Yes, we ran out of iron. Unbelievable that we actually ran out of iron. But of course, we have over 818, so we're going to grab some of that. We're going to grab some of that, and we're going to make another recipe for that. Since we ran out the 1x block of irons, we're going to have to use our essences. Come on, get. There we go. Apply, and that's an internal. Okay, I'm going to do this, and we'll hit remember. And put in 8 of these. There we go. And we're going to hit remember again. And once we have the iron ingots, we're going to make another recipe. Apply. Okay. Okay, here's a block of iron. We'll use that to make the 1x. There we go. I hit remember on that. Okay, apply. Okay, we'll go into our export bus, get clear this, and put the essence right inside here. There we go. Come on, put more in it. Okay, should be going. Okay, that'll take a while longer since it's starting from essence. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, let's take a look at the other items right now. And what's left is the Nexium emitter, which requires these type of materials. And then we're going to need something called the improbable improbability device. Yeah, which takes these particular items. All right, so there is something very common with these items. And if you go here, let's see, does it need? Right. There is something common with all these particular items, and that's because you need antimatter pellets from Mechanism. What a hell of a thing to make. Antimatter pellets. It's a whole process in order to make that. So, right here, here's the sub recipe for this because we need a gravitational modulating unit. Once we get that, we can put it right inside over here. And then we need the mechanical arm in order to get the Nexium emitter. So, of course, this episode has gone long enough. So we're going to deal with that in the next episode. So this has been another episode of All the Mods 9 to the Sky. We are very close. We are very close. We just have 2 more items to complete the, well, 3. 3 more items in order to complete the ring, and we're done. We're done. We can get the star, and we can go home. Yeah? Yeah. All right. See ya.